Okay, so let's dive in. Today, we're digging into a really critical part of the pharma world, but one that's often kind of behind the scenes, quality assurance.
Yeah, absolutely vital stuff.
And our source material for this deep dive, it's all centered around a company, the Jong Pharma Consult, and the work they do.
It really is the bedrock, isn't it? These,
Yeah.
unseen checks and balances, they're just non-negotiable if you want safe, effective medicines for patients.
Exactly. So our mission today, just looking at the source material we've got, is to unpack what quality assurance really means in pharma, look at the specific things the Young Pharma Consult offers,
What services they provide, yeah.
right? And get a feel for the scale of their work and the kind of impact they have in the real world.
And the source jumps right in with some pretty significant numbers and hints at some challenging situations they help companies navigate.
Yeah, we'll get to that. So fundamentally, pharma QA isn't just ticking boxes, is it? It's really about protecting public health, maintaining trust.
Totally. Without solid QA, the whole medicine supply chain just, well, it breaks down.
Right. And the source positions De Jong Pharma Consult, founded back in 2011 by Boudwayne as specialist, really focused on delivering top-notch QA services in this space.
High quality QA, yeah.
So how do they do it?
Yeah.
The source lays out several core services.
Yeah.
First one mentioned is responsible person for GDP, good distribution practice.
Ah, yes, the RP for GDP. And maybe just quickly for listeners less familiar, that's a specific legally required role.
Go ahead.
This person is personally on the hook for making sure the company's quality system works and that the medicine quality is maintained right through the distribution chain, from the factory gate to the pharmacy or the patient. It's crucial.
Got it. A linchpin role, like you said. So besides that, they also do supplier audits,
Mm-hmm.
quality assurance consultancy, internal audits, and they offer training, too, specifically for auditors.
And if you think about the challenges companies face, well, each of those services hits a critical compliance point, right?
Makes sense.
Supplier audits, you need to know who you're buying from. Internal audits, check yourself. And consultancy helps build that whole quality system regulators demand.
And the sheer volume of work mentioned in the source,
Mm-hmm.
it really highlights their experience. Since 2011, over 350 internal audits.
And a massive 650 supplier audits.
Wow. 600.
That kind of volume isn't just a number, it's a huge breadth of experience. Different companies, different suppliers, probably all sorts of different issues they've seen and fixed. Over 1,000 audits total. They must have encountered pretty much everything.
The source also notes over 30 clients. And not just pharma, but medical devices, too.
Which shows their approach, their expertise. It works across related regulated areas. It's adaptable.
Okay, but here's where the source points to something. Well, really impactful. It specifically says De Jong Pharma Consult has helped several pharma wholesalers get, and importantly keep, their wholesale distribution authorization, the WDA.
Right, the WDA. And that's the license, yeah. The official permission slip from the health authorities allowing a company to legally store and distribute medicines.
Exactly. Lose that.
And you're out of business. Simple as that.
Right. And the source adds this kicker. They help get and keep these WDAs, often following serious findings from health authority inspections.
Yeah, that detail, that says a lot.
It does, doesn't it?
It means they're not just smoothing things over. They're stepping in after the regulators have found major problems. Problems serious enough to potentially shut a company down.
So, serious trouble.
Absolutely. That takes deep regulatory knowledge, sure, but also practical know-how. Remediation, corrective actions, all under massive pressure. It shows they can fix systems that have, well, fundamentally failed, bring companies back into compliance when everything's on the line.
That's way beyond just routine checks. It's like crisis management within the rules.
Precisely. They can handle situations where quality systems have really broken down, rescue operations almost.
So pulling it all together from this deep dive into the source, we get this glimpse behind the QA curtain in pharma, thanks to Jong Pharma Consult's work. We've seen their core services, the RP role, audits, consultancy, training.
We've seen the sheer depth of experience in those numbers. Over 1,000 audits, dozens of clients across pharma and med devices.
And we've highlighted that specific high-stakes work, helping companies get and keep those crucial WDAs, even coming in after serious regulatory hits.
Yeah. And this gives you, the listener, a real sense of the effort that goes on behind the scenes. It's absolutely essential work to keep medicine safe and effective. It really highlights the dedication, the specialized skill, the meticulous work needed to stay compliant in such a tightly regulated field.
It really does.
What's fascinating is how this kind of niche knowledge, this persistent auditing, it really is the invisible backbone supporting trust in these critical industries.
Absolutely. And maybe for you listening, it makes you think, what about all the other hidden layers of quality control, and other essential things you use daily? The safety standards in your car, the security behind your banking, even the checks on the food you buy. What kind of deep dives would those reveal?